How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Port Vale Youth Academy Legends series here on FIFA 19. Now, before we get into the rest of this episode, let's take a look at the highlights from November. So here we go then, the first game of these highlights from November. This is the third time I've tried to record this, but my microphone sounded crap the first two times. Reason for that? It wasn't plugged in properly at the back. I moved it so I could record this set, and wasn't plugged in properly at the back, so the sound sounded like I was recording it through for a 10-year-old Nokia. Anyway, we played against Swindon in this first game, and they take the lead through Keshi Anderson, and that's all that happened. Literally, that's all that happened. This is 8 minutes long, and the first game lasted about 30 seconds. We lost that game 1-0. Good finish from Anderson, to be fair. Now, FA Cup first round, we go into it against Morecambe. Now, if you guys want to see more of Morecambe, I suggest going down into the description below and clicking on the link to Rodolfo Gaming's channel. Rodolfo Gaming is currently doing a Youth Academy series with Morecambe. He has also just hit 300 subscribers as well, and well deserved as well. Just make sure you go over there and check him out, because he's definitely a very good channel and a very good YouTuber at that. But anyway, back to this game. We had a chance with Dylan that was saved by Halstead, their goalkeeper, whose name you're going to be hearing quite a bit. Will Hill here on the ball with the weakest shot of all time. Don't know how he even managed that, but so weak it was ridiculous. Hugh Harris running through here, cuts back onto his right foot, lets fly. Halstead saves again, and it deflects through to him in the end. AJ Leach-Smith running through, stopped by Alexander. He gets the ball back. Perfectly good challenge from Alexander, but guess what? Gives away a penalty. The refereeing in FIFA 19 is absolute BS, let me tell you. And Adam Campbell slots it away. I mean, no goalkeeper saving that penalty, so I wasn't really complaining about the penalty itself. I was just complaining about the fact that it was a penalty in the first place. We have a free kick here. McAvoy passes it to the Mosquito, who lets fly, and somehow Halstead saved that. Don't know how. I mean, what a save. Fair play to him. I think this is the resulting corner. Will Hill whips it in, and Declan Moore heads against the crossbar. This was just one of those games where I was not winning it no matter what, or that's what I was saying inside my head. Oswell here somehow got through for Morecambe. He chips O'Donnell, but luckily it hits the crossbar and it is cleared. Morgan throws it into Harris, Harris to McAvoy. McAvoy lets fly and it goes wide. It was just one of those days. Now we have a kick from O'Donnell. It goes to Cranston, their player. Harvey Young wins it though. Gets past the oversells challenge, and Harvey Young slots it home to give us the equaliser, and we're probably going to a replay because it's just ridiculous that we should have won this game. We should have done. They had two chances. They scored one and they hit the post with one, and their goalkeeper was making save after save after save. What is that save? It was ridiculously good save from Halstead. Will Hill getting another corner in, this time to Harvey Young. He heads it. It might have been going in the far post, I'm not sure, but either way, it's cleared away. Will Hill tries to get it back in, and that is the end of the game. So we are going to a replay against Morecambe, which is flipping frustrating because it's another game to eat up my players' fitness. In the meantime though, we have a game at home to Grimsby in the league, which we actually win 2-1. Moore and Feeney getting a goal. I mean, Feeney's barely featured and he's not very good, but you know, he got a goal, so that's pretty decent. Anyway, second game against Morecambe in this episode. Away this time, obviously it's an FA Cup replay. This game wasn't quite as annoying, but still annoying. Morecambe with the best chance of the first half there, I think. Aaron Wildig heading wide. We're into the second half, so that was the only chance of the first half really. AJ Leach-Smith getting through, trying to chip O'Donnell's. This time O'Donnell does get to it and tips it over the bar. But from the resulting corner, as you can see, Ellison whips the ball in and O'Donnell gets absolutely nowhere near it. And it's another another howler from O'Donnell. The amount of crosses into the box that he's gone to punch and either not tried to punch or got nowhere near is ridiculous. I'm considering selling him and getting Luke O'Donnell in goal. AJ Leach-Smith running through and he scores. So 2-0 to Morecambe, 86th minute. That is game over. We did have a chance before that with Harris, was saved by Halstead unsurprisingly. Will Hill here running through, gets it onto his favoured left foot, and again the shot is so ridiculously weak. It's so annoying. It wouldn't have mattered anyway. It was the last chance of the game. It goes full time. We lose 2-0, and Morecambe are through and we're not. So we're out of the FA Cup, and the next game is against Macclesfield. Of course, Macclesfield, one of a close rival to Vale, kind of, you know, one of the closer teams. You've got Crewe and Macclesfield, pretty much the closest teams in the league. Also, I'll leave a link to Cutsy's channel in the description as well, because he is the person who pretty much created this entire series, like the Youth Squad Legends style series, and he is doing it with Macclesfield this year, so I'll leave a link to his channel in the description as well. I think this game was a turning point for us possibly. Dylan Dillon there with an early chance on the 3rd minute, forcing the save out of Taylor. And this is the resulting corner. Wilson whips it in, Dylan Dillon heads it into the goal. 1-0 to us, and I've just dropped my phone whilst doing this commentary. That's brilliant, isn't it? Dylan Dillon, you can't see him, he's wearing that mask. He's actually really good. He started off really to me as just a banter player because of his name, but he's actually forming into a decent player. This would have been the most BS goal of all time if it wasn't offside. Ryan Lloyd isn't getting his goal against us yet, because you know there's a running theme going every time I play against a former player. They always seem to score against me. Ryan Lloyd is one of those, because he used to play for us. Someone who most people have probably completely forgotten about. Anyway, Harvey Young blasting one over there. We're now into the 34th minute. Harvey Young again loses the ball, but Dylan Dillon wins it back brilliantly. He gets it through to Harvey Young, who gets it onto his left foot. Brilliant run from Harvey Young, and he makes it 2-0 to the Vale. And this Macclesfield were absolutely crap. They were shocking. They did not know what to do with themselves. I mean, to be losing 2-0 to this team is not great, is it? Macclesfield now on the ball. Ryan Lloyd gets his goal against us. Of course he does. And what a goal it was as well. I mean, fair play. It was a pretty good strike from Ryan Lloyd. But I was so annoyed I conceded that because I played so well. We're now in the 82nd minute. Escobar runs through. He decides to be unselfish and give it to Dylan Dillon, who gets his 2nd of the game. And I believe that's his 9th of the season in the league. So he is our top scorer, Dylan Dillon. He's definitely improving all the time. I mean, I've been training him up, obviously, but still. Blissett there with a chance for Macclesfield right at the end, saved by O'Donnell. O'Donnell actually catches the ball for once as well from the corner, and we win the game 3-1. What a win that was for us. Absolutely fantastic. Macclesfield players are absolutely distraught. I'm guessing because they knew it was like a pretty big rivalry game. Rivals game, I don't even know. Anyway, Forest Green at home, we simulate, we draw 1-1. King getting a goal and Doige for them. And then the final game of this highlights reel is away at Notts County, and we are going to lose this game 2-1. I will now hand over to me in the past. See, now we've got a bit of a problem. Declan Moore is out for 2 months, which leaves us without a right back, because Blondo is still 2 months away from returning from injury himself. So we don't have a right back now. That's fantastic. Unless we get one in the monthly updates. See, what is that? Overall of 50 to 66, potential of 52 to 68. So the first game in this episode, we are playing at home against Cheltenham, and I'm going to simulate it just because. And we've actually beaten them. That's good, because Cheltenham and Cambridge were the only 2 teams below us in the table, and we've just beaten Cheltenham. So that means we get further away from the bottom of the table. We've moved up to 20th as well. Pretty nice. Can I just say that this is the craziest golden boot race I've ever seen in any career mode ever. We're in mid-December, and we've got Doige, who's somehow overtaken Schmodix with 16 goals. Schmodix himself is on 14. Doofus on 12. Hope on it. What is that? That is ridiculous. We've got Dylan on 7 as our top scorer. 7 from 16 for a team that's in 20th. It's not bad, it really, is it? So here we are then. First game I'm going to be playing in this episode. We're away against recently relegated Rochdale, and we've got Mosquito at right back. He can play right back for some reason. If I show you real quick, he can play cam, right mid, and right back. I mean, fair enough, because we don't have anyone else that can play there, so I might as well put him there. Put him there by itself anyway. So yeah, let's get into this game. Okay, Harris has really screwed that up. And they've hit the bar, Brad Inman. And again, O'Donnell is just not... He just can't get to the ball. He was offside anyway, luckily. Will Hill. Oh, O'Byrne. He's made the run. Oh, and he's finished it as well. That's a great finish from Peter O'Byrne. As soon as I hit the buttons to shoot, I thought, oh no, I messed up. But no, O'Byrne has squeezed it in from there. And we have a 1-0 lead over Rochdale. Look at that finish. That's a great finish at the near post. Oh no. Oh, did he save that? If he saved that, that's a brilliant save. Dylan winning a header. Harvey Young, he's got a chance to make it too, but that's a bloody good block from the defender. To deny Harvey Young, that was probably going in. Oh yeah, you bet that was on target. Harvey Young. Oh, Dylan, here we go. Can he make it too? He can. That was easy for Dylan. Our top scorer scores his 8th of the season in the league. I don't know, I can't remember if he scored any more than that, but either way, we're 2-0 up against a very, very poor Rochdale side, it has to be said. I mean, what is that defending? Allowing someone like Dylan just to run through like that and score. Yeah. There we go. A nice 2-0 win in our first game played in this episode. We've got 2 out of 2 wins so far. That's pretty damn good. 2 goals in each game as well. Yeah, pretty good, decent game. I can't really say much else. Here we go then. Colchester at home. A game that I'm simulating. Will we get the win? Hell no, we won't get the win. Well, that's brought us back down to earth, hasn't it? A 3-0 loss at home to Colchester. At least we're... Oh, we've played before everyone else. I was going to say, at least the table hasn't changed, but it's a Friday night, wasn't it? Anyway, Cambridge away from home. Yeah, we've now got Alexander in the defence at centre-back instead of Vasilev. He's now higher rated, and to be honest with you, he's a lot better anyway. He's because he's really, really tall and really, really strong. But apart from that, not any changes at all. So let's do this. Here goes Will Hill. The pace that he's got now, because I've been training up his sprint speed. He was already the fastest player at the club, but he's now got, I think, 81 sprint speed, or 82, which, considering we only signed him up last season, or at the start of the season, that's pretty good for a youth player, and I think O'Donnell may have saved that. Okay, he didn't. Oh no, Gary Deegan's been put through, and it's just hit O'Donnell's leg and gone out for a corner. I mean, that's one way to make a save. I mean, if you just watch this, doink, he kind of just kneed it away and looked like he knew he'd done it. Oh no! When they don't pass it in the direction you ask them to pass, I obviously was aiming my analog stick. Well, this is mirrored, but in that direction, that's left. That's the way I wanted to. That's the way I wanted to direct it. But no, he just headed it straight behind him. I mean, look at this. I'm aiming to clear it away, but nope, he just heads it straight behind him. 1-0 Cambridge. That's going to be a pen. Yeah, I knew it as soon as I pressed the button. Oh my god, it shouldn't be a penalty. The ball had already gone. It was already in the keeper's hands. I mean, like, I just landed underneath him. That's a bit stupid. David Amu to step up. And David Amu to score. Damn it. So that's 2 goals that shouldn't have really happened. One was a header that went in the complete wrong direction, and the other one was a penalty that shouldn't have been a penalty. And that, my friends, is how FIFA 19 works. You don't score off skill, you don't score from, you know, being good at the game, or how... It's literally just luck. And it's literally just the game code being like, okay, Cambridge are scoring here. You know, it doesn't matter how you do it, you know, whether it be a cross into the box and your player misses the header, or it's a penalty, it doesn't matter. If it's the 42nd minute, Cambridge are scoring. Here's Will Hill. Nice turn. Good ball in as well. Dylan can't win the... Well, he does win the header, but he had it closer to the corner flag. Young. There we go, that's a ball. Will Hill. Will Hill! What a finish on his weaker foot. Will Hill gets a goal. That's nice to see. I hit the finesse button. I thought he's going to hit it with his right. It's going to be crap. But he fires it into the net. Good stuff. Bob Young. Can he find another good ball to Will Hill? He can. Carroll's messed it up. Will Hill on the volley on his weaker foot again. That wasn't going to work, was it? Oh, Alexander. Oh, come on, ref. Are you flipping serious? What have you got against this guy? Oh, that was a perfectly good tackle. Osadibe into Hakimi, and oh my god. Giovanni Brown's done well. Okay, at least they haven't rubbed all the salt in the wounds, but we come out here with a 2-1 loss. It's a decent performance from us. Well, in the first half we were absolutely terrible, but then again the 2 goals we conceded were also terrible and should not have happened. But anyway, it's a 2-1 loss. I'm not going to cry over it. This is the next game. Bury at home, using the second team because first team is absolutely knackered. And we come out of there with a 1-1 draw, so not too bad. So I said that in the last game that I said Will Hill's sprint speed was around about 81, I think. Try 86. I've managed to increase it by 7. Don't know how I've done that. His acceleration's also gone to 89, so he's pretty quick. It's just a shame that his dribbling isn't quite up to speed yet, although I'm training that up as well, his ball control and his dribbling, so yeah. He's definitely come on leaps and bounds, and so is Dylan. I mean, his sprint speed's gone up by 9. Again, I've been training up his sprint speed. His strength is also is 79. He is a beast up front. We've had a transfer offer for Marcus Hall, or midfield Mohawk. Should I call him that, really? Either way, he's not going anywhere. So here we go then, the last game of this episode. We're playing at home against Gillingham. A pretty tired team, but I've had to change out some players. Our midfield Mohawk, as I just called him, Marcus Hall, is playing at right back. Because Mosquito's too tired, Rodriguez is too tired, and of course our actual right backs are injured, so he's gonna deputise there. James Breen plays at left back as well, and Broccoli comes back into the squad because Byrne is just way too tired. And also Shaw in goal because I'm not liking O'Donnell at the minute. Let's go. Go on, Shaw, you can get to that. Oh, maybe he can't. Lister's got it. Oh, no. No. Oh, God. That was risky bringing out Shaw, especially when it was Elliot List who he was in a race with, and we know how fast Elliot List is. Harris with the strength. The amount of times I say that. He's not even that strong either, that's the thing. His strength stat is not very high. It's just because of his build. Oh, no. Oh, James Breen with the strength. He's giving away a corner, but look at that strength from Breen. I love that. Aye! Gillingham are getting close. I was just about to say I'm very intrigued to see the passing stats. Apparently it's 100%. No, clearly not. I just gave away the ball. That is not where I passed it. So that's half time, and we've done absolutely nothing. Because with our remarkable 100% passing rate, we keep giving the ball away. You see, look at the pass accuracy. 58% pass accuracy. If that, look at the possession as well. Look at the shots. Look at everything. It's just mad. Look at Gillingham. Look at how they're set up. Look at that. That's a good ball. Harvey Young. No, that's our first shot of the game. Referee. I'm sorry. What? I mean, how was that not a free kick? He took me out. Got absolutely nothing of the ball. I'm now resorting to that. It's nearly worked. We now have the height of Hugh Harris. He's on the edge of the area though, which is really annoying. Escobar! Pfft. We also have the height of Escobar as well. We've got 3 tall players in our front 4. Escobar, Dillon and Harris. They're all tall players. Let's see. One's taking the throw. There's a good start. And the cross goes into the crowd. And it was aimed to Will Hill anyway for some stupid reason. Right, somehow we haven't lost that game. I want to see the stats right now because we should have lost that game. We don't deserve anything from that. We didn't do anything. Look at those stats right there. I mean, our pass accuracy is 69%. I mean, that just shows how banter our performance really was. Here we go then. We're now into the January transfer window, which was extremely quick. And we have youth scout reports, which is good because it means I can actually sack the scouts finally. We also have a transfer offer for Declan King, which I would not mind getting rid of because he hasn't featured. He's barely featured. So I'm going to negotiate that. 62 rated and absolutely shocking. We've been using a CDM up front and a left mid up front more than we've used him. So he can get gone. But I'm going to demand a bit more money. I'm going to demand 600,000. 430. Nope. Let's go down to 550. I'm not bothered just as long as he goes. Just go. 450. You know what? Screw it, I'll accept it. I just want his value back. Hopefully selling him for 450 gives me 375,000. Here's someone good. Thiago Abreu. I think that's how you say it. Abreu? Abro? I think it's either a brew or a bro. Either way, it's a very good name. Because you're either having a brew or you're with a bro. And also I'll take Dominic Evans just because why not. But apart from that, those scout reports are done. Let's sack the scouts. I can't remember who was where. Well, it was Rory Clark, and it's Rory Clark we need to sack. So let's hire someone new. The best one there is Alto Emil, 2.8 million. I'm not bothered about spending that much because we have the money and we're not going to buy anyone. Do I risk getting rid of... I'm going to get rid of Bradley Harris as well because his judgment is just horrible. The best one there is David Romano. And he's... I'm going to have to go for Alistair McKenzie, but tell you what, actually no. Charles Baker, he's got one more judgment than Bradley Harris had, so yeah, there we go. Now let's send them out. At the request of Wasim Al-Saad, a player from Cutsy's Macclesfield's YSL series, we're scouting Saudi Arabia. I'm also going to scout the USA, because why not? And I'm going to send Alto Emil to his native Finland. Because again, he's got 5-star judgment. He's going to bring back some pretty damn good players. I think in the next episode I'm going to play in January in the episode and then do February as the highlights. So I'm going to do the full episode first and then the highlights at the end, obviously, because then doing the highlights at the start wouldn't make any sense. But I can't just do the January transfer window as highlights. Other things are going to happen. But anyway, guys, that is going to end off this episode. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to just smack that like button, you know, backhand jam it, whatever, clap it, I don't know. If you want to see more of my content, and then make sure to hit that big red subscribe button below the video. It's very hard to miss. Also, check out Rodolfo Gaming, as I said earlier in the description. He's doing a Morecambe Youth Squad series and also a Parma Relegation Regen Rebuild series, which I completely forgot to mention. So check his channel out in the description below. And yeah, until next time, guys, peace.